All right. That worked. Okay. So while I'm here, I'm going to share it with you, Laura, and with you, Tom.
Where did you share it to? Facebook?
Yeah. That's the only one I know how to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I have it already.
Oh.
I had your page loaded, so I just shared it.
Oh. Well, in that case, you've got it twice because I just shared it with you.
Oh, okay. Coolness.
Okay. And opening up the YouTube so that I can see it. And I'll send everybody a greeting. You can do the same. And also, I'll put the tip jar in both places and you can copy that if you like. In other words, please do. All right. So, welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. We're delighted to have you. Thank you for being here. My guest today, I'm very excited to and proud to say, are Tom Maynard, who is in the northeastmost corner of Connecticut, and Laura Zucker, who is at the opposite end of the universe in California. And so we are national, and we will probably be international before all is said and done. So, let's see. Oh, if you're on the Zoom with us, you probably already know to mute. There will be a tip jar in the chat. So go and visit the chat. So, oh, I know what I forgot to say. I like to bring up the rear. Can I have a volunteer to go first?
I guess I'm being volunteered to go
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
I can do that.
All right. Well, tell us a little about yourself and tell us, or sing us a song.
I can do that. I can do both. So, my name is Tom Maynard. Hey, Neil. Neil just joined us.
Hi, Tom, Jen, everybody. I can't see Laura and Diane.
So I've been in doing music for my entire, adult life. Started playing guitar when I was in my teens. My brother was up in a rock band up in the North Country, up northern New England, and I was always very very proud of him. But he would bring back the songs that we would then. He'd want to play lead work, so he'd teach me the chords, and then I'd sit and play over and over and over again the chords for Moon Dance or something like that, and so that's how I kind of got into the guitar. But I've been writing songs also from my late teens till now. I took a break in the middle to be a dad, and came back to the music in my late 20s, early 30s. So, and I was the kind of musician that would, someone would say, oh, you play guitar, and I'd be like, I kind of goof around on the guitar, but then I went off to this music camp called Summer Acoustic Music Week, put on by the WUMB, which is folk radio in Boston, and or it used to be. I don't know if they call themselves folk radio anymore, but it's public radio, and learned to call myself what I am, a musician, a singer-songwriter. So I'm going to share, some songs that I've written today, and probably will be, feeding off of what you folks are doing, and just kind of playing it by ear as to what I'm going to bring forth. But let's start off with my one of my latest and greatest songs. This was something that came out of a writing workshop over the winter time. and it's called Loop de Loop. Let's bring it up a little bit. Loop de loop, travel the hoop, another year, still standing here, longing for more, wishing hard for another sight, a bird in flight. And the hands circle round and round on faces and the lost and found. Search for secrets in the sound. Sand slowly slipping down. Alakazam over the dam. Much more to say. Words drain away. Open sesame, where is the key? A magic door, back to before. And the hands circle round and round on faces in the lost and found. Search for secrets in the sound. Sand slowly slipping down. Treasure turned, not quite earned. Riches rust and turn to dust. Hands circle round and round on faces in the lost and found. Search for secrets in the sound. Sand slowly slipping down. And the shadows stretching out so long till the horizon steals the sun.
Wonderful, Tom.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Tom.
Really. So, Laura. Oh, you'll have to unmute yourself at some point.
I'm hoping that does not continue.
Oh.
Evil dog. Hey, Tom, that was absolutely beautiful. Wow, thank you for sharing that. So, my name is Laura Zucker. I am out here in California, and we are also sweltering out here, although they tell us it's a dry heat, so it doesn't really count. I'm telling you, it counts.
Good luck.
It counts. But I am so happy to be here, Jan. Thank you for having me.
It is
I gotta
my
tell y'all, I
pleasure.
mean, Jan Seides is the hardest working girl in folk. Man, she just makes stuff happen all the time, and my hat is off to you, as you can see. But I really admire you, and I think that you're just the bomb. So, all right, I could go on if you want me to. That was good. Whoever's bombing. I wrote this song during COVID because it felt like we needed something to help us come together and get through a difficult situation. And I'm so very sad to say that I feel like we still need this song. This song is in the wrong key. It's called Survival Stew. There we go. It's a stormy sea of uncertain tides. It's a broken wheel on an uphill climb. A vacant lot of weeds and litter hiding the tender bloom. When life gets rough, when it's all too much, can we fill up our cup with the good stuff? Like a little bit of hope and a little bit of grit. And if you can, you might throw a little upside in it. Some love your brother, benefit of the doubt for each other. That might just be enough to help us make it through. And that's my recipe for survival stew. When that bluebird flies and leaves you downhearted, when the road turns back to where you started, when that big tall brick wall stands right in front of you, maybe your soul needs a bowl of what's good for you. Like a little bit of hope and a little bit of grit. And if you can, you might throw a little upside in it. Some love your brother, benefit of the doubt for each other. Well, that might just be enough to help us make it through. And that's my recipe for survival stew. Now people's tastes will vary along with the load they carry, 'cause each one has a burden all their own. But if we can start with a generous heart, you know a feast can grow from nothing but a stone. Ooh, and just a little bit of hope and a little bit of grit. And if you can, you might throw a little upside in it. Some love your brother, benefit of the doubt for each each other, well, that might just be enough to help us make it through. That's my recipe for survival stew. That's my recipe for survival stew.
Awesome,
So
Laura.
lovely.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
Laura. That
great
was
song.
really nice.
What a
Thank
great
you.
song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent, excellent.
Well, I'm going to do a new one, and it's going to be completely frivolous, but I'm kind of enamored of it anyway. But I have a little story to tell about me and Laura. So we had this conversation because there was going to be a meeting of entrepreneurs. That's how it was presented. That's how Laura presented it at SWRFA. This is a couple years ago. And Laura said, I want you to come. And I went, I'm not an entrepreneur. And she said, oh, well, but you're doing this and you're doing that and you have these things going on. And I had to confess that everything she mentioned I was actually doing, but here's my take on it. Oh, you mean cobbling a living together? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's my song. And it was written from a prompt, sort of, because I never write directly from a prompt. It's always sort of. First, make a list, all the qualities you missed in your previous attempts. Then make a plan, all the places that someone like that might frequent. Call all your friends, let them know you're on the mend from your last affair. Consult your horoscope, seize the moment, and say a little prayer. And then you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place, at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking on the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. Improve yourself, pay attention to your health, learn a new dance. Take a little trip, give your blues the slip, change your circumstance. Expand your brain, learn a new language, do something just for fun. Get your fortune told, buy new clothes. You may already have won. Still you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place, at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking on the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. You're gonna notice a change. Your own company ain't half as bad as they claim, and it's not a cause for shame. You can afford to wait. You can hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time and meet your soulmate. Just wait, you'll be entering the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. It's all about patience and timing. It's the tango for one. Thank
Oh,
you.
great, Jan.
Cha-cha-cha.
What was the prompt?
What?
What was the prompt?
Make a list.
Did you already say that? I'm sorry, I missed that.
No. I
Make a
didn't say it.
list. That's what you came up with.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome song.
Thank you.
Oh, my.
So we'll just keep going round and round like that until they throw us out of here.
I'll keep my eye open for the hook. This is a song I wrote many years ago. This is on my first album from, I guess it was like 2006, 2007, called Whispers in the Wind. And I've got a couple albums out there, so if anybody wants to go looking for them, they're digitally. I think there might be a few hard copies of my first album out there, but most of the purchasing opportunities are out there on digital, Apple Music, Amazon, that kind of thing. Or if somebody wants to just send me, a message in the message machine here, and we can talk about it.
Hey, I want to know how you did that cool setup where I can see you playing and also see your face.
So somewhere along the line, I'm going to do a little workshop, an online workshop about that. But there's an application for your computer called OBS, which is Open Broadcasting Software or something like that. And it allows you to have multiple cameras. I'm using my iPhone right there. That's my iPhone, and this is my webcam. So, oops, I just put myself completely out of focus. There we go.
Very cool. Okay. It's a great
Anyway,
songwriter and a tech wizard all in one. All right.
Well,
I'm muting now.
So this is called "She Loves the Thunder," and this is because of the heat. This is the perfect time for it. Usually I'm singing it in August. So this is June business is a little scary. This is called She Loves the Thunder. Got the wrong song in my head. Okay. No, I still have the wrong song in my head. Let's see. Here we go. Rain on the roof in the hour of the wolf. She feels a relief sublime. Sleep hides from view, a rumble begins anew. She has no thought for the time. And she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. The sky splits asunder, and she loves the sound. Oppressive heat with no sign of relief. The air is stifling and close. Nowhere to turn while inside she burns till she's just ashes and ghost. And she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. She can't help but wonder, is a change coming round? On the feathered edge of perception, called forth by aching need, an answer echoes a reflection, the voice of passion freed. blanket or sheet, just the darkness and heat. A film of sweat, her only dress. Skin kissed by breeze, she feels a shiver at ease. The flash sees nature's caress, and she loves the thunder, a vast rolling tide. The spell that she's under comes from somewhere deep inside, and she loves the thunder and the rain pouring down. The sky splits asunder, and she loves the sound. The sky splits asunder, and she loves the sound.
Beautiful, Tom.
Thank you.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. I know, Jan, that you would approve of me standing to sing.
I only make a point of it because I'm short enough already.
So we're all writing these songs and putting them out there in the universe and throwing good money after great songs. And, even in just the time that I've been doing this, which is, I started doing this when I was 46 or 47, sort of a middle of my life sort of thing, assuming I'll get to 90. And even in the time that I have been doing this, I've just watched this window closing. There's so much amazing music out there being made by wonderful, wonderful writers. And, Spotify is paying everybody 0.004 cents per spin. Other people have gotten clever about monetizing. For those of us, I'll play a whole show and forget to mention that I have CDs. Except, see what I did there? Oh, hey, by the way, I have some. It was kind of unintentional, but happenstantial. LauraZucker.com. There's all kinds of CDs. I released one a year ago. And I was unable to follow it with a tour, much to my. You want me to up my something? How's that better?
It was just approval, Laura.
Oh, okay. I thought it was volume.
No, and while I'm here, it was a wonderful album and still is. So,
Thank you. It's called Lifeline. It's a bunch of songs that I could not have written at any other time in my life. But I think I'm getting back in the game now. And then on the other side, I'll tell you about this song that I'm writing with Rusty Nelson. Jan, you know him, right? Rusty is just a great Texas songwriter. He's got a duo with his partner, Sue Young, Rusty and Young, which always makes me laugh. And our song is this close to being done because we have all the lyrics, but my take on it is so different than his take, which is hilarious and challenging and wonderful, called Making Up for Lost Time. Rusty's been out for a year and a half. He had leukemia and a stem cell transplant and all kinds of stuff. And he's hanging in there and jumping back in. So anyway, Rusty, if you're watching, you go. If you're not watching, where the hell are you? All right. This is off the new album, Lifeline. It's called High Wire. And I'm playing this and the whole Rusty story because this is a co-write with a wonderful songwriter friend of mine named Chris Hansen, who was actually on Nantucket, Tom. So if you ever get a chance, anybody, anywhere, I think he's a great songwriter. It was just one of those things you never see coming. One of those things you can't even try running from. Kind that hits you right between the eyes. The best, worst kind of surprise. I am running, running, running through time, slipping through the snags that held me. If I were a different kind of person, they would not have been the ties that blind along this high wire, the high wire. Like that ring that fell in the sand while I was digging, buried by my frantic ways while I was searching for another something. The kind of thing that happens when everything seems fine. The best, worst kind of surprise. I am flying, flying through a dark sky, fighting winds that once held me. If I were a different kind of bird, they might have been the winds of life along the high wire, this high wire. All those ancient charts I heeded while I drifted with the tide, craving, cleaving, carving, clearing. If I'd stopped to listen, I'd have heard a different song, and I would have fallen headlong off the high wire, this high wire.
Wow, Laura.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Wonderful, beautiful song of tribute, and that is really nice.
Thank
What
you.
an admirable song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, life is what happens when we're busy making other plans.
indeed. The ties that blind. Yeah. So this is in a similar vein, but not quite the same, because it was written for a church that advertises itself as not your father's Baptist church, which I thought was kind of cool. And it was, I think, the week after Easter, and the week was the one of Doubting Thomas. And I didn't really have a song for it, but one crept up on me anyway. And so this is what I wrote for them, but it's sort of become my anthem. Let's face it, sometimes your strength is tested. Sometimes the prize is wrested from your hands. Let's face it, your best friend can let you down. Your best plan may not work out the way you planned it. Even in a time of sorrow, tomorrow can still be sweet if you believe love is stronger than evil. If you believe there's reason to hope. If you believe there can be a better future, and you will see it because you believe. Let's face it, sometimes the news is bad, sometimes the movie's sad when it's ended. Let's face it, things can change so fast. A love that was supposed to last can leave you stranded. Even in time of sorrow, tomorrow can still be sweet if you believe love is stronger than evil. If you believe there's reason to hope. If you believe there can be a better future, and you will see it because you believe it. There will be a better future, which you will see because you believe.
I believe. Beautiful, beautiful.
That's, yeah, wow. Wow.
Working hard. So, Tom, what you got?
Oh, gosh. I guess I'd like to just sit here and listen to the two of you play. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit back and, all right, maybe not. So I'm going to, the last song was an older song. The song before that was a newer song. This is back to being a newer song. This came out of the pandemic times. I was reading a lot about, grief, because my dad and my older sister both passed within like 6 or 8 months of each other during that time, and there was like no way of getting together with people and doing the normal grieving as in community that you would normally do. But also, for some reason, I was writing a lot about writing songs, which was kind of odd too. Anyway, this came out of that time, and this is anyway, I don't have to say much more about it. I guess the other thing is that I at the time was really excited about writing about myth, and I had this idea that I was going to write a song about Icarus. And then as I was approaching writing the song about Icarus, I was like, there's so many great songs by people already about Icarus. So maybe I won't write a song about Icarus. Maybe I'll write a song about songs about Icarus. It's a little meta, but that's the name of it, Songs of Icarus. Flying high, flying free, a recurring reverie. Every nighttime the same dream. It's just as curious as it seems. Out of reach, out of touch. It's all too clear, it's far too much. Patently impossible. collusion inescapable. Still songs of Icarus ignite. A longing for his fabled flight. Uncertain lift from waxy wings. Still I'll raise my voice to sing. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Oh, note to note, beat to beat, phrases rise and fall to meet. Silence resting, waiting there, as fledgling feathers test the air, feeling drawn towards the sun, warming to what's just begun, letting go and opening. Is this really happening? Still songs of Icarus inspire. A yearning to soar ever higher. Uncertain lift from waxy wings. Still I'll raise my voice to sing. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Oh, I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Oh. Flying high, flying free, an astounding fantasy. Every nighttime the same theme. Up till now it's just been a dream. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Oh, I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Oh.
Wow.
Wonderful magic trick,
beautiful.
Tom.
Yeah.
I do want you to know, however, that before you turned on the harmonies, you got considerably louder.
Ah, okay. I will.
Okay.
I note that.
Also,
Thank
you
you.
had the harmonies going already.
I noticed that too. That's why I turned them off in the middle.
Oh, is it me?
Yes.
It is I. I have a song that references Icarus, but if I can remember how the whole thing goes, it was right when I started writing. I lived in New Jersey. I was born there. I was raised there. I went to college there. I went to other schools there, and then I moved to California, and it was quite an adjustment for my New Jersey, what shall we say, circumspect, rationalist self. There was a lot of The Secret was big then, and there was a lot of, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get a lot of grief for it, nutty, crunchy things happening out here. Anyway, I wrote a sarcastic song about that. And so it had Icarus
Good.
in it because, anyway, I will work on that while I'm thinking in my brain, but which is a good place to think. But you reminded me learning to fly and about Icarus and why you need to learn how to fly. Shortly after I moved to California, I had great upheaval of life circumstances, which actually resulted in me starting to write songs and perform. So, what is that? The Buddha says, be grateful to everyone because you just never know who your next teacher is going to be. Anyway, I'm going to stop. This one is called The Owl. I was living in a new house. I was living by myself in a new house. And right outside my window, I'm going to see if I can play and talk at the same time. Right outside my bedroom window, there was a stand of redwood trees. And right about 2 o'clock every morning, when I happened to be awake anyway, this owl would start to speak. So I knew he was speaking to me. There's a tree outside my window where an owl wakes with the fading light. And as I lie awake and restless, the owl speaks to me in the night. I look out, but I don't see him. He's hidden in the branches of the trees. But when the moon shines through the redwoods, the owl speaks to me. And he says, fill your soul? Who's gonna make everything alright? Who is gonna make you whole? Who's gonna get you through this dark night? I lie still, waiting for an answer to fill the emptiness I feel inside. But I already know it's nothing that an owl can provide. I am lost and I am weary. I am drifting out to sea. I am looking for direction. Won't somebody look for me? The owl says, who is gonna fill your soul? Who's gonna make everything alright? Who is gonna make you whole? Who's gonna get you through this dark night? This dark night. This dark night.
God, that's
Oh, I
gorgeous.
love that.
Just beautiful, Laura. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
are, we have been for a while, but now we are even more international than usual because we have listeners both from Israel, whom you all already know. Janet is here from Renana. And we also have Erin Devonish, who is somewhere in Australia. So hello to everybody who is watching here on the Zoom and on Facebook and YouTube. You reminded me of the fact that the very first song I ever wrote, Laura, was out of my brokenhearted realization that this was not going to work. And I was driving to Nashville at the moment when it happened. I was driving to meet the person with whom it was not going to work. And you know, on the fifth can of oil that I put in the truck, I went, you know, you're an absolute idiot. And the first song was born. I'd do it for you, but I don't really remember it, and that's probably a good thing. But this song is written kind of with that in mind. And it's for Andy, my husband, who is not here right now. He's in New Mexico. He's flying back this afternoon. But he knows about it, so. If I had it to do over, a mulligan for all of those mistakes, maybe I would take it slower and think about the reasons I should wait for the other shoe. But then I wouldn't be with you. If I had it to do over, a second chance to turn and walk away from all those careless promises and all the times my trust was betrayed, 'cause I didn't have a clue. But then I wouldn't be with you. You are the reason I still believe a guardian angel watches over me. So if I had it to do over, an opportunity that few receive, I might be lying here tonight, dreaming dreams that probably would never come true. So I wouldn't follow through, because then I wouldn't be with you.
Beautiful song, Jan. Beautiful.
That's just amazing. That's an
Yeah.
awesome song.
And I'm sure, and I know Andy's proud of that.
Wow. You know, there's sometimes when you hear, I mean, a lot of the song you just did, Jan, the song that Laura just did, it deserves a little space at the end, you know? You get, well, one of the, I do this,
understand.
I do this practice called spirit singing, which is and I lead circles that do this spirit singing thing, where people they vocalize, they improvisationally vocalize, and there are lots of ways to think about it, but one way to think about it is that the song is sort of out there. a story I tell myself is the songs are out there and you just sort of reach up into the stream of song. And that's like songwriting as well, but this improvisational thing, you just reach up and you catch the song and you let it flow through. And if there's any intention, it's to be transparent so that the song comes through, in its full form, without putting stuff on it. And when I'm leading groups and doing that, I ask people to sit with the moments after the song has completed itself, after the sound has sort of moved into silence, because the song continues to sing for a period of time. And I just want to acknowledge that I'm hearing in both of your songs that it's not an imperative, but this request that there be some space afterwards. And hopefully I didn't jump into that space and make a mess of it just now. So anyway, well, this is a song I came from a prompt, and it's probably 80% me and my relationship with my wife, and 20% fictional, as a lot of songs tend to be. But your song, Jan, makes me want to bring this song out. This is called Let's Pretend. And it came from the prompt was Let's Pretend. So that's became the title. Let's pretend that we've just met, and we're first sensing that spark. In 40 years, haven't swiftly flown past. Let's pretend. Let's imagine we've yet to taste kisses. Then in the trembling dark, we're swept away, our hearts beating fast. Let's pretend. And our hearts unbroken will never need mending, so innocent and free. Miles and the years and the smiles and the tears have not yet come to be. Have not yet come to be. Let's pretend that I haven't hurt you in all of those little still look at me with your shining eyes. Let's pretend. Let's imagine that all of our choices have added up to say that we live in a place where regrets cause no sighs. Let's pretend. And our hearts unbroken will never need mending, so innocent and free that the miles and the years and the smiles and the tears have not yet come to be. Have not yet come to be. But what if all the trial and strife, even the innocence lost, have transformed to an even greater love, and we don't have to pretend. No, we don't have to pretend.
Lovely.
Just
Thank you.
beautiful, Tom.
Thank you.
Boy, I'm glad I came today, Jan, and you're all amazing.
I'm glad you did too. I'm always glad to see you.
Right back at you.
I'm still kind of finagling because it was too hot to be in my studio, so I'm kind of in alternate digs. Okay, well, so beautiful, heartfelt songs about your partners. I have one of those that I will play later because it's in an alternate tuning, but I think now might be a good time to play this song. What shall we say about this? This song came out of an awakening, my middle-aged self, where I realized that my heart might still be alive in there. It's called A Thousand Kisses Shy. You're the light in my eye. Ooh. You're my wistful sigh. You're my starry lullaby. You're my 100 miles high. I try to be patient, but it's so hard to wait. I get the feeling I'm already too late. So let's not waste any more time, 'cause we're 1,000 kisses shy. You're my face in the crowd. You're my dreaming out loud. You're my hope. You're my doubt. You're my, I finally figured it out. I try to be patient, but it's so hard to wait. I fight this feeling I'm already too late. So let's not waste any more time, 'cause we're 1,000 kisses shy. I made you up, but I know you are real. It's no illusion the way that I feel. We're as perfect as love can get, even though we haven't met yet. I try to be patient, but it's so hard to wait. I fight this feeling I'm already too late. So let's not waste any more time, 'cause we're 1,000 kisses shy.
Ah, awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Great song.
Really
Great song.
excellent.
I love that.
Excellent. I do too.
This makes me laugh.
So the time has come to ask the burning question. Tom, where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online? Two questions.
Two questions. Yeah. Where am I going to be next? Well, my next performance is a week from today. I'm going to be playing at the International Singer-Songwriters Association Boston chapter songwriters showcase in Winchendon, Massachusetts.
Winchendon. Okay.
I can put some information into the chat about it, I guess. I
The
wasn't
spelling of
prepared.
Winchendon is one thing.
Winchendon, Winchendon, I think.
Oh,
is-
that's all?
Yeah.
It
put
sounded
it-
much more complicated.
I'll put it in the chat.
We thought it was one of those Welsh towns.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no vowels in there at all. It's all consonants. No, so that's the next time. I'm also involved in a few other ISSA things going on through the rest of the year, but that's the next one that's coming up.
Cool.
What was the second question?
Where are you online?
Online. I'm mostly best found, like my YouTube channel is, I believe it's at Tom Maynard, or it might be at Tom M000.
Is there a tommaynard.com?
There is a tommaynard.com. It's a little out of date, but it does have some connections into my music.
That would be the point. It's like, I want to tell all these people, go to tommaynard.com, or are you on Bandcamp?
I am getting on Bandcamp.
Okay. Well, go to one or the other place and buy some of his music, because
As I say, you can also get me. You can also get to that music on the digital streaming platforms as well.
Yeah, but
And if you reach out to me, if you can find me on Facebook or my YouTube channel, as I say, and again I can put that in the chat too, and just reach out to me there. Comment on one of the videos, and we can work out something to get you some hard copies of my music. So
great. And Laura, how about you? Where are you going to be next, and where are you online, and where can people go to buy your music?
Well, first let me say, I am getting back into the swing of things, because I alluded to this before, but I kind of had to sit out for a year or more. So I think I will be in Texas
Yes.
October, probably in conjunction with Swerfa and thereafter, but maybe not. Just
Ooh.
stay
Yeah.
tuned. Well, you're going to be gone?
No. Well, I am
Oh.
for part of October, but hopefully not the part that you're going to be here.
So, like I said, I'm just building back up. Also, here's what's in the work. And you know what, Tom? ISSA, never heard of them before.
you should look for them. International
put a-
Singer-Songwriters Association.
Could you put a link in the chat? That would be super helpful.
I will do that too.
I am about to unleash a program in the Unitarian Universalist churches across the country called Enter the Spirit, and it is part songwriting workshop, part concert, part worship service if you want to go to that kind of thing. I just had the great fortune to have one of my songs played in a virtual meeting for 600 UU ministers ahead of their General Assembly. So that was very cool for me. Sort of maximum exposure with one fun little song.
Great. That's fabulous.
You can find me at laurazucker.com. I'm on Bandcamp. You can stream me on Spotify, but if you do that, if you stream anyone on Spotify, just put it on a loop. Put it on a loop so it runs and runs and runs. And
There
then
you
if
go.
you get 1,000 streams, right, we get what, 40 cents?
Oy.
Something like that? Yeah, I know. But mostly, you know what? Enjoy the music and introduce our music to one person, two people who have never heard of us. And that is the greatest thing that you can do for us.
Marvelous. Perfect. Okay, and you can find me at janseides.com. There's lots of music. There's jewelry like this piece right here that is made by Kathy Miller of Love in Life Art. And they're made from semi-precious stones and my guitar strings, which is really fun. Go take a look. She's really good at what she does, which is why she's on my website. Lots of stuff. So, all these albums you see lined up behind me. So, I ran across a meme on Facebook today that said, it was two women talking, and it said, "Who hurt you?" One of them said that, and the other one said, "My expectations." And it got me to thinking about how often I get clobbered by that concept. I have yet to learn to naturally enjoy the circumstances I'm in instead of the ones I think I'm going to be in. And this song is about that. It's not just the high or low. It's not just the left or right. It's not just the dark or the light. There's lots to like in the middle. More than the come and go. More than the here or there. It's more than the truth or the dare. When you're there in the middle, we all see the pendulum swing one side or the other. Nobody seems to notice the stream of so much going on in between. This is where the solo goes. Anybody know how to whistle? There we go. Baby, you and I've been together. We've weathered every blow. People always talking about the falling in love. Been there, done that. Still got each other so. Savor the ups and downs. Enjoy the twos and fros. And relish the start and end of the show. Life's a road and a riddle. Take your time. Enjoy the journey. No need to hurry in the middle. Thank you.
Awesome.
Great, Jen.
That deserves more play in your performances.
I'm sorry, say that again?
That deserves more play in your performances.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's new, so it probably will get some.
Good.
Thanks, Rick. Rick usually puts up backgrounds to go with everybody's song, but I guess he's not in the place where he can do that right now.
Nope. I'm in Irving, Texas, helping a friend.
Oh, well, good for you.
He had total knee replacement, and so, I put his socks on and that sort of menial things that he can't do right now.
You're a good friend.
I am.
Love it. Okay.
Oh, I think it's my turn, I guess, at this point. And now I kind of don't know where to go from there. That's such a great song, and I'm not thinking of any of my own that kind of like flow easily out of that.
Take it wherever you want to go.
Yeah, well, I might have to. Well, this is an older song of mine. Back in the day, I was involved in a songwriting group. We'd meet once a month. Come up with prompts and stuff like that. But this is like back in the late '90s, early 2000s. So this is from a prompt, and so therefore I have to state that it's completely tongue-in-cheek. It's called Gadfly. That's a bad key. Don't you love that? Where is that? Where is this song coming from? That'll work. Got an itch and I can't quite scratch it. My roof leaks and I can't seem to patch it, no. Something just ain't right. Seems when I ain't looking, that's when the gadfly bites. Money's scarce and the crops ain't a-growing. It's so dry and the dust it's a-blowing. Oh, ain't much green in sight. Oh, but that seems to suit him. That's when the gadfly bites. I never figured life would be this hard. And I trade places with the dog out in the yard. But he's a-scratching too, what he's a-going through. It ain't much different than me. My baby's mean, but she's real good looking. Makes me feel good, but I've been a-tookin', oh. 'Cause all we do is fight. She got a tongue so sharp, I feel the gadfly bite. Every day something new needs a doing, and every day I keep doing and doing. Oh, long into the night. Keep a scratching and scratching wherever gadfly bites. I never figured life would be this hard, and I trade places with the dog out in the yard. But he's a scratching too, what he's a going through, it ain't much different than me. Got an itch and I can't quite scratch it. My door squeaks and I can't seem to latch it, no. Something just ain't right. Seems when I ain't looking, that's when the gadfly bites. Seems when I ain't looking, that's when the gadfly bites. Something like that.
Another great one, Tom.
Thank you.
Well, I debated doing a snarky song to follow the Gadfly song, but instead, I think I'm going to play a brand new song, never been heard by human ears. That would include yours. So, yeah, I thought I was going to sit down, but I'm not. Oh, goodness gracious. So, here goes. You're the first. Thank you for being the test audience. It's called How the Pieces Fall. My heart is a kaleidoscope of pieces tumbling round. Every one a jewel, a different shape and size, flying and colliding, they come to rest again in a pattern I don't recognize. These pieces of my heart off wandering around, out there on their own, they look pretty small. Fledgling feet beneath them carry them away to their own kaleidoscope's call. And that's just how the pieces fall. If I could hold them steady, if I could hold them still, would I even want to try? Do I even get to hold them at all? They were never really mine. These pieces of my heart off wandering around, out there on their own, they look pretty small. Fledgling feet beneath them That's just how the pieces fall. The kaleidoscope and I are the same. We were always meant to change. These pieces of my heart are not so very small, 'cause they are their own pieces after all. And that's just how the pieces fall. That's just how the pieces fall.
Oh my goodness.
That's the best thing that anybody could ever
That-
say after that song.
That was just so beautiful. It really
Uh,
was, look, Laura. Just
Anyone who's ever raised a child to adulthood knows exactly what you're talking about. I have an example for you.
Oh,
My daughter, who has made quite the success of her life, she has a
She
very high-powered
has.
job and a wonderful husband and two beautiful children, flew to Thailand last week. And between my heart being in my mouth, and I must confess, a little bit of envy, maybe not so little. Yeah. It was partly take me with you and partly you can't go there without me. Yeah.
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 So, yes, and there's this wonderful author named Leo Liani, who wrote these incredible children's books. And one of them was called Pezzettino. And it was about this little, pezzettino in Italian means little piece. And it was about this little piece going around the big world trying to find the rest of what he belonged to.
Wow.
He said, I'm just so little, I must belong to something else. And he went all through the big whole world and then came to realize at the end of it, he was his own piece. He belonged to himself. And I took great solace in that whole story because, Jan, you send them off and, anybody who has kids and have sent them out into the big wide world, they're like little pieces of your heart that live outside your body.
Yes, that's not fair.
I know. So anyway, thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
it
sorry.
was a wonderful song, and I hope you have a million people hear it, at least.
Thank you. Well, this was a good start.
So I was going to do a snarky one too, but I'm not. This won a contest, or it won second prize in a contest a long time ago, and I was talking to somebody who remembered the occasion of that contest, and she was telling it from her point of view because I think she was one of the organizers or something like that. I forget what her exact role was, but it turned out that there was somebody there who was a Vietnam vet and none too stable, and he had written this song, and it was a great song. It was in the finals, but he expected to win, and he was pretty upset that he hadn't. And they spent, like, she's telling me all of the things that happened between her and one other woman trying to talk him off the ledge. And that was the story she was telling. And the whole time she was telling it, I was thinking, oh yeah, I remember that contest. I won second prize in that. So yeah. The other nuance was apparently lost on me. But this is the song. And after she told the story, I realized I hadn't done the song in a long time, so I'm going to do it for you. I've got a feeling I should pass this on to you. When it comes to love, you may have pain or delight. When it comes to trust, you better do it right. 'Cause all it takes is one little lie, one little fast and loose, one little story, one little twist in the truth. One little lie and then the damage is done. Your little baby is gone. Well, I ain't saying love will walk right out the door. It may stay by your side, but not like before. 'Cause where there's one lie, who knows, there might be another. So the distrust grows till the love is over. And all it takes is one little lie, one little fast and loose, one little story, one little twist in the truth. One little lie and then the damage is done. Your baby is gone. No need to tell you how the story ends. Lipstick stain, call from some well-meaning friend. No need to bore you with what happened to me. All I'll say is I'm wiser than I used to be. And all it takes is one little lie, one little fast and loose, one little story, one little twist in the truth. One little lie and then the damage is done. Your baby is gone. It's one lie, fast and loose, one little story, one little messing with the truth. One little lie, then the damage is done. Your little baby, your own sweet baby, your baby is gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ditto. Beautiful, Jan.
Shoo. Wow. So where do I go from there, Jan? Well, bring it to the father's point of view. So this is something I wrote a while ago called Father's Song. I have 3 boys. They're all in their 30s now. 2 are married. I now have a granddaughter. That was something that my wife and I were looking forward to and waiting, and now here we are. We've got little Sammy, little Samantha, and she's like four weeks or month old. So we're riding that high. But it also reminds me of this song. So maybe I'll add a verse to make it a grandfather song. We'll see. But this is Father's Song. It was your birthday, and you were just 1 minute old. All that I felt then seemed more than one heart could hold. I looked in your crystal blue eyes. There I saw the infinite skies, to the source of all love. Flying high, I took you and held you. I saw the first breeze in your hair. breathed deep and smelled you, touched you through your scent on the air. I bent with the weight of my need to be more than I believed I ever could be. It was then that I knew beyond doubt the universe had changed forever. And with it so had I. I was your father. Now I watch you standing as you're looking out of the door. Let me start that again. I watch you standing as you're looking out of the door. And only a step lies between now and all that's in store. You have been yearning to fly into that infinite sky. And all I can hope for is that I have given enough. All that I've taught you, the lessons were grounded in love. I've given you all I can give. Now this is your time to live. It holds so much promise. Be free now, and now beyond shadow of doubt, the universe is changing forever, and with it so shall I. But I'm still your father.
Beautiful, Tom.
Thank you.
Just wonderful. Just wonderful.
Well, I know it's always so hard to rev up after like just swimming in a beautiful song like that. Thank you, Tom. That was just lovely. Yeah, I can't play any more child songs because because you're in Connecticut and because I'm actually heading up to the Cape in a week or so. Actually, I have a friend. When I lived in Ridgefield, Connecticut, I had a friend. She was Scottish, and instead of calling it the Cape, and everybody would say, we're going up to the Cape, she would say, "I'm going up the cod." Which I always thought sounded a little rude, but in any event, it just makes me laugh. I'm going up, she was Scottish. "We're going up the cod." All right. So here I was, up the cod. I was in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and I was walking along the beach. And whenever I'm on the beach, I look for little pieces of glass along the shore. And I was walking along and I came upon this piece of blue glass. And, you know, all of you sea glass pickers out there, that's super rare, right? So I'm like, yeah, this is so cool. And I pick it up and it's got two really beautiful burnished edges and it looks great, and one sharp edge. I was like, well, you know, you can't keep that. It's the beach glass picker's code of ethics. You have to throw that guy back. So here I am, and I'm a mid-toss back, and I mean, you guys know it. This is like songwriter brain kicks in, and I was like, oh, what an incredible metaphor this is for me at that time, and perhaps for anyone at some point in their life. And this song kind of like fell out of my head, fully formed almost. It's called, what do you think it's called? It's called Sea Glass. I am broken, I am a shard. Life caught me looking and hit me hard. Tried to pick up the pieces and puzzle them back, but they scattered too wide and too far. Throw me into the sea, let the turbulent water tumble me, wear me down, and humble me, smooth my sharp edges, and I'll be reborn. I'll be somebody's treasure after the storm. The farther you're carried, the softer you get. So look for me high on the sand. But for now, leave me down at the water's edge. I'm close, but I'm not done yet. Throw me back to the sea. Let the turbulent water tumble me, wear me down, and humble me, smooth my sharp edges, and I'll be reborn. I'll be somebody's treasure after the storm. And if by chance the tides pass me by or bury me deep in the ground, I'll accept my fate. I will wait and trust that time will tell me when I'm to be found. Just throw me back to the sea. Let the turbulent water tumble me, wear me down, and humble me, smooth my sharp edges, and I'll be reborn. I'll be somebody's treasure after the storm. Throw me back to the sea.
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
Dude, just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, all this beauty, I'm going to do my snarky one now.
Not a girl.
Yeah. Um, good. Uh, the prompt was tiger because it was the year of the tiger. Only I learned once again that I am pretty much congenitally unable to do what's expected of me, so this was what the result was. I hear you cheering for me out there. I know I'm elegant and rare, and I think I'm showing admirable restraint. Yes, I am. Fancy Dan there, his name is Roy. He's treating me like I'm some kind of toy, and I think I'm being practically a saint. See how his partner struts and prances. That Siegfried thinks he's quite the dancer, but really, I'm the star of the show, which I know you know. Still, I guess I've got it good. 3 squares and a roof, so I guess I can put up with that fool and his stupid megaphone. But sometimes I dream of India, and I'm lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, it was harder then. But me, I was free. What's that fool Roy doing now? I think he's trying to get me to growl and give these folks a thrill for their applause. I think I'll give him a little slap. Just an eensy-teensy little love tap. Not enough to hurt, just to remind him who's boss. Because last night I dreamed of India. I was lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, it was harder then, sure. But me, I was free. I didn't mean to hurt him, but he's such a little squirt. And when the crowd began to scream, well, it was totally worth it. 'Cause last night I dreamed of India. There I was, lying in the sun beside the sea. Life was harder then, it was harder then. So I was free.
Yeah. Love that one, Jan. That's great.
Sense of humor, getting a little workout. We are on our last round, just so we all know, and not just me.
Alrighty then. All right. I guess I think I keep going back and forth. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I won't spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. This is a song. Again, it's relatively old. It is from my first album, and I'll dispense with the story. I'll just get into it. It's called Green Dress. Late summer evening enfolds you. Early fall's breezes blow free. I hear you singing, it's soaring and winging, oh you, in your green dress. How deeply the spirit enfolds you. Its light shining clear in your eyes. Your body is swaying, the music is praying, oh you, in your green dress. Gently the time goes soft as a lullaby. A rainbow of light runs between us. It has no beginning or end. Love's light shines around you, its colors surround you, oh you, in your green dress. Gently the time goes soft as a lullaby. Gently the time goes soft as a lullaby.
Beautiful, Tom.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
you.
Tom Maynard.
Thank you.
Remember
Thank you, and
that.
Jan, thank you so much for the invitation. This has been a great afternoon.
It's entirely my pleasure, Tom.
This has been lovely for me, Tom. I'm so glad to. This is the first time Tom and I have met, incredibly. And I'm just so grateful to have had an afternoon of your music. Jan, you know I
Yes,
love you.
Pam. Of course. I love you
everything
too.
You do.
And likewise.
So I'm going to do this song for us. I'm remembering to say this is off my newest record, Lifeline, that you can find at laurazucker.com or Bandcamp if you want to go the digital route. This was at the end of a long rumination about, how much time we spend trying to smooth things out and make killer inside the lines and do, iron your clothes and how in retrospect, all of the things that happened while you were trying to hold everything together were probably the most interesting, motivating things that have happened to me in my life. So this is a song about that. It's called Iron the Wrinkles Back In. This old face has seen a few days of blazing red joy, days of blue, and every line etched in deep by sand that slipped through, not mine to keep. Well, we are tidy daffodils in the careful gardens we all till. But when clover muscles through, the soft green tangle makes the garden new. This life's a chaos-colored tapestry, upside down, inside out, impermanent, imperfect, a wild, untidy thing. I'll live my life and iron the wrinkles back in. Fear of falling keeps you small, not steady, just still. Shrinking from risk, what did I miss? And have I really lived at all? Well, there are times I will regret, places not seen, friends not met. The next time round, I hope I fly. I hope I live deep and wide and high, inside a chaos-colored tapestry, upside down, inside out, impermanent, imperfect, a wild, untidy thing. I'll live my life and iron the wrinkles back in. I'll live my life and leave all the wrinkles in.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Laura Zucker, look her up, buy her music.
Thank you all for coming. Jan, thanks again. You're the
You're
bomb.
so welcome. I'm going to take us out on my fondest hope for the near future. I wanted to say, if you want to know more about this show, and you have only seen this one or maybe just a couple, put your name and your email address in the chat, and I'll make sure you know about the next ones. Because I've been keeping this up now for 3 years, and it makes me very happy, so I'll keep doing it. I will not be leaving without a struggle. No one will have to say, don't go gently to that good night. I'll be kicking and screaming and hanging on to the door jambs, protesting all the way that I'm not done with this life. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth without the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. Well, maybe. I believe Moses looked like Charlton Heston. I believe he had a word with God. All I want to know is when is it my turn? 'Cause I'm thinking miracles can't be all that hard. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth without the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. I want to see the face of peace. I want to hear the voice of truth. I want to know that dream is real, and then I'll make that choice. Nah, I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth, but hold the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes, and then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye, and then I'll be ready. No. There. I've had my say.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
120 is where I'm going for. Surely they can pull their act together by then. Okay, so Tom Maynard, thank you very much for being here and for saying yes to this. Laura, my God, said yes again. Thank you. And thank you all for being here and listening. You are so essential. And I want you to go through your day or your week, the rest of your year thinking, I am so essential. Please, bless you all. I'm going to stop this recording now. See?
Well, I'm certainly essential
Yeah.
now that you stopped the recording.